أكسجين بالصوت العالي.
بالتعاون مع المجلس الثقافي البريطاني بتونس يؤدي سيادة السفير البريطاني هامش كوال زيارة إلى بنزرت للإشراف على حفل التخرج هذا اللي يشمل أكثر من 50 متخرج. يحضر الحفل كذلك المدير العام للمجلس الثقافي بتونس مستر نايجل بيلينغهام والسلطات المحلية والجهوية ببنزرت بنصل الأندلسية. Sir Nigel, what's the cognitive value of the certificates granted to nearly 50 students this evening within the framework of the partnership between the Brish Concil in Tunisia and Info Plus?
I mean, the value is simply that it proves it's evidence of the students' achievement, and it's evidence of the teachers' achievement in getting the students to that level, and it's evidence of the school's achievement. So it provides evidence of achievement, but I think the certificate is just the end result. Actually, it's the process of getting to the certificate that's important, because these certificates are internationally recognised. They come from Cambridge University. They've been developed by experts. They've been developed in a way that reinforces good teaching and encourages good teaching and good learning. So by choosing to study towards these exams, the school, the teachers and the students are all choosing to study in a way which will actually help them develop English which they can use around the world. And they have a certificate which proves that. So when they go to an employer, whether it's a Tunisian employer or a German or a British or a French employer, they've got something that people really recognise as being proof of what they can do in English.
This is my first visit to Benzert. I'm very pleased to be here. And I've come with the British Council Director because the program that we have with the Centre de Formation Professionnelle in Benzert is an example of the sort of cooperation we want to have in the field of education in Tunisia. So we're very pleased to visit that. I've also been to see the Governor and Monsieur le Maire, and we had very useful discussions about how we can develop cooperation between Great Britain and Tunisia in Benzert.
What about the prospect of educational and instructional cooperation between Britain and Tunisia?
Well, I think that this is a very good example of the sorts of partnerships that we, the Embassy and the British Council, are very keen to develop, and we want to see that elsewhere. When I've just been to visit the Centre de Formation Professionnelle, and they were talking about how they are diffusing what they have learned through the project with Dudley and Harrow colleges to other centres in Tunisia, and I think that's great. It's a good example of the sort of multiplying effect of that cooperation. But I'm very keen also to see how we can develop education cooperation more generally, especially given the huge appetite there is here in Tunisia to learn English and to study in English.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very glad to have you all here in such a rare event, especially in our region, I mean in Benzert district, for his concern in promoting the English language in our region. I'd also like to thank the British Council Director for his support, and also, without forgetting, my friend Sofia, exam manager in British Council, who has never stopped supporting, collaborating and providing us with the right training courses.
Normally I have to speak in another language, but it is thanks partly to the efforts of the school here that I'm able to speak to you in English today, I'm sure. It's also a pleasure to be here because this is my first visit to Benzert, and I've had very good meetings this morning with Monsieur le Gouverneur and Monsieur le Maire, but I'm also here because Benzert is an excellent example of the sort of cooperation that I would like to see in terms of education between Britain and Tunisia. One example of that was the Centre for Vocational Training, which we visited today, which is training people for future work, and is a very good example of the sort of cooperation between the British Council, that the British Council does here between Britain and Tunisia. And another example is, of course, why I'm here today to help in the awarding of certificates to, I think, 45 students. That's another excellent example of educational cooperation between Britain and Tunisia.
Distinguished guests, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Ambassador, thank you very much for your welcome. I'd like to say a special thanks to the Principal, Mr. Fatih Biladella, thank you for your welcome, and also to Mr. Rita Fatih, thank you for your welcome. I'm going to say a little bit about English and the English language, but the first thing I should say is there's no competition. We are not trying to rule the world by helping Tunisians to learn English. We're trying to help Tunisians to rule the world, actually. So please don't feel that we are trying to crush Arabic or crush French. Your own languages are very, very important and your identity. So hold on to them, they are dear and they enrich you. But we're very pleased to be helping Tunisians to learn English. One of the ways that we're helping Tunisians to learn English is through the internet. And I congratulate you and your school and your teachers. It's a fantastic achievement that you have made. You are leading the way, especially for business courses. So congratulations for that. We're going to give certificates to all of the students, all of the learners.
وسيد الاتحاد رئيس الاتحاد الصناعة والتجارة وسيد الوزراء. أنا مش مطول عليكم كلمة أنا نحب نسجل شخصيا ارتياحي للحفل الكريم هذا ونحب الحاجتين اليوم المحادثات مع سعادة السفير الصباح في مقر راس البلدية عرض على الأستاذ أول حاجة على إعجابه مدينة بنزرت إنه أول مرة يزورها وأنه استغرب الخصائص اللي تتمتع بها مدينة بنزرت والحضور
مع المدير العام للمجلس الثقافي البريطاني بتونس. حكينا معاهم حول الآفاق والتعاون التربوي ما بين بريطانيا وتونس ووعدونا أنه باش يكون فما تعاون في الميدانين. كذلك هناك تعاون إعلامي ما بين تونس وبريطانيا وخاصة ما بين أكسجين FM والبريش كونسل المجلس الثقافي البريطاني بتونس. كنت معكم نسرين ترابلسي من نزل الأنقليزية ببنزرت.
أكسجين بالصوت العالي.